Beloved soul, the truth is finally breaking through, like sunlight after a long, dark storm. For so long you've endured misunderstanding, mislabeling, and mistreatment, silently bearing the weight of false accusations and harsh judgments. Yet, with remarkable grace, you held your peace. Spirit witnessed every moment, the lies, the deep betrayals, the surrounding loneliness. Even as your name was dragged through the mud, you refused to retaliate, choosing silence over chaos, healing over bitterness, and elevation over revenge. You didn't engage in prideful or angry battles, but surrendered your pain to Spirit, who in turn offered quiet comfort. In that stillness, clarity emerged from confusion, and your true identity was rediscovered amidst the turmoil. This message is for the brave soul who chose the high road, even when it felt steep, rocky, and lonely. You walked alone at times, yet angels moved silently beside you, guiding and protecting your every step. Now, this is your confirmation. Heaven saw every tear and every trial, and heaven is responding in ways you cannot yet see. Somewhere, someone who once stood against you is now buckling under the weight of guilt and regret, unable to carry their secret any longer. They are finally confessing the truth to a trusted friend who, upon hearing your story, is filled with outrage at the injustice you faced. The truth of your mistreatment disgusts them, igniting a fierce desire to defend your name, your energy, and your heart. While you remain unaware of these background conversations, heaven is moving on your behalf, rearranging the pieces behind the scenes, bringing clarity and justice where confusion and falsehood once reigned. This confession is more than just words. It is a sign that the tides are finally turning in your favor, and the truth, long buried, is being resurrected for all to see. What's unfolding now is a deep spiritual unrest, bubbling up after being suppressed for too long. The guilt that this person managed to suppress has become undeniable, rising like an inescapable storm. They tried to bury the truth, hoping it would vanish in the darkness of their denial, but truth is alive, growing like a seed, finding a way to break through no matter how deep it was hidden. What's sprouting now isn't just regret. It's a reckoning. Divine justice is at work, using even this person's confession as a vessel for your vindication and restoration. For so long, you were wrongly blamed, accused, and labeled by those who never cared to truly understand your soul. You were cast aside, left in isolation, mocked, and judged unfairly. Yet even through the pain, you never folded, always determined to keep moving forward, sometimes barely standing. The one who wronged you knew exactly what they were doing. It wasn't a misunderstanding. Their actions were intentional. They chose to play the victim, twisting the story to make you the villain. Worse, others believed them. People you trusted and loved, who unknowingly aligned themselves with darkness, falling for the lie, not realizing it was a spiritual attack meant to derail your purpose and dim your radiant light. You, who carry such brilliance, were seen as a threat, not for any wrongdoing, but because your presence exposed truths others wanted hidden. Your very existence forced them to face their own pretense, making them uncomfortable. To soothe their guilt, they painted you as the villain, hoping for inner peace within their shadows. But Spirit never slept on this injustice. Spirit watched in silence, knowing that justice delayed is never justice denied. The truth has begun to echo loudly, and the web of lies can no longer hold. The person who betrayed you, whether an ex, a former friend, or someone close, now finds themselves haunted by the weight of their actions. Now that they've finally spoken the truth aloud, they can't undo it. Their confession has shattered the illusion, and the friend who heard it sees the situation clearly for the very first time. Now, The friend chosen to receive this confession is more than just a witness. They are a divine instrument of justice. In a world that can seem indifferent, there are still souls who stand for integrity and refuse to tolerate cruelty or deceit. This friend is one of those rare spirits. Upon hearing the confession, they see your innocence with unclouded eyes and are deeply disturbed by the harm you endured. What you may not realize is that the spiritual realm is actively realigning everything on your behalf. Karmic debts, long overlooked, are being called in for repayment, and the truth is being amplified for all to hear. This unfolding is not about revenge, but about restoration, which always begins with revelation. When the web of lies finally unravels, light seeps through every fracture, exposing what was hidden and healing what was broken. Spirit is now lifting the veil, making it impossible for people to continue ignoring the reality of what happened. Even those who once chose to turn a blind eye are being given clarity. They are beginning to recognize what they missed, to finally understand the depths of your experience. You are no longer forced to exist in the shadows, no longer misrepresented or misunderstood. The truth now has a heartbeat, a powerful rhythm that reverberates in the hearts of those who once remained silent. Your story, once stifled by betrayal and misinformation, is finally being told. It's important to understand that this betrayal was never a reflection of your worth. It was always about the power you carry within. Your light, your divine purpose, and your sacred calling illuminated spaces others wanted to keep dark. Your presence stirred something within them, sometimes envy, sometimes discomfort, because it revealed their unhealed shadows. Instead of turning inward, they tried to dim your light, hoping your silence would protect their secrets. But the time for hiding is over. Spirit is ensuring that your truth, your light, and your purpose are being seen and recognized by everyone who needs to witness your journey. While they chose projection, blame, and tearing you down, you made a different choice. Instead of letting negativity define you, you turned inward and began the slow, powerful process of rising above their energy. Where they fixated on your perceived flaws, you invested in yourself, turning wounds into wisdom. Rather than getting lost in bitterness, you focused on healing from within, aligning with spirit, and taking every step as an act of faith. Now, look at the masterpiece you've become. You've grown stronger, wiser, more grounded, and more resilient. The abundance surrounding you is undeniable evidence of your inner work. Your life, once chaotic, has become a sanctuary of peace, a declaration that nothing and no one could break you. Spirit used the very pain meant to destroy you as the foundation for your elevation. The moments that felt like ashes were the soil for your new life. Where others saw brokenness, you saw raw materials for transformation. Every time they expected you to fail, you found your wings and rose above. You also discovered a deeper self-love, independent of external approval. Trust in spirit became your anchor. Through every lonely night, every silent tear, spirit walked beside you. These unseen victories forged within you an unshakable foundation. The trials meant to break you made you unbreakable. Now, you walk with quiet strength, rooted in your authentic self and protected by divine grace. Meanwhile, those who betrayed you cannot escape the consequences of their actions. Their conscience, once silent, is now loud and restless. The lies they told are unraveling. Their carefully maintained image is fracturing. People around them are beginning to notice. Conversations are shifting. The truth is spreading, igniting clarity and justice in those who once turned away. This isn't vengeance, but the gentle, powerful wave of truth and restoration. You no longer need to defend yourself. Spirit is speaking on your behalf. The person who betrayed you now finds themselves haunted. Their confession has shattered the illusion. The friend who heard it sees clearly. This friend is a divine instrument of justice. The spiritual realm is actively realigning everything for you. Karmic debts are being called in, and the truth is being amplified. This unfolding is about restoration. When lies unravel, light exposes what was hidden and heals what was broken. Spirit is lifting the veil, making it impossible to ignore the truth. Even those who were blind are gaining clarity. You are no longer in the shadows. The truth has a powerful rhythm. Your story is finally being told. This betrayal was never about your worth, but about the power you carry. Your light threatened those in darkness. Instead of healing, they tried to dim you. But the time for hiding is over. Spirit is ensuring your truth is seen. While they chose to tear you down, you chose to rise above. You invested in yourself, turning wounds into wisdom. You focused on healing and aligned with spirit. Now, look at the masterpiece you've become. Your abundance is undeniable. Your peace is a declaration. Spirit used pain to elevate you. What felt like ashes became your new beginning. You rose above every expectation of failure. You discovered deeper self-love and trust in spirit. Every unseen battle forged an unshakable foundation. The trials meant to break you made you unbreakable. You walk with quiet strength, protected by divine grace. Those who betrayed you cannot escape the consequences. Their conscience is restless. Their lies are unraveling. Their image is fracturing. People are noticing. The truth is spreading. Spirit is speaking for you. The Most High is moving on your behalf, often invisibly, yet undeniably impactful.
You don't have. But forgive, but don't forget who left you alone. Your strength comes from rising, not from revenge. You don't have. This chapter is sacred. Those who doubted you will watch your rise in awe. Let them see. Press you're gonna have. Let spirit write your story. What was meant for harm is becoming blessing. You bloom because of the storms. Sirs, you don't have. Hold your head high. Your name is being restored. Even those who cursed you will acknowledge your light. You don't have. You are the chosen one, and the truth within you is setting you free. This isn't just a comeback. It's a divine unveiling. You are walking into rooms prepared for you. Answers you don't have. A door swinging open without effort. Opportunities aligning in ways that defy logic. Don't have. The same people who doubted yours will witness your rising and be left in awe. This is divine recompense. You don't have. What you lost in sorrow, you are gaining back in power, in purpose, and in peace. You don't have. What was delayed is now being released. What was stolen is being restored. Not as it was, but in greater measure. Responsible in answers you don't have. Refined and by fire and shaped by faith. You are not who you were when the betrayal happened. You've evolved. Says Bo. So you don't have, transcended, and stepped into the fullness of your anointing. Thus you don't have. You are no longer just the survivor of that storm. You are the living testimony of what divine grace can do. Your scars, once hidden shame, now shimmer like sacred symbols, marking you as a vessel of wisdom and strength. People are starting to notice. Not the pain, but the power it birthed. Not the isolation, responsibilities you don't have, but the divine intimacy it revealed. Beloved, this is the era of your redemption. Not as you don't have. Spirit is bringing back not just your name, but your celerity. You don't have. Your divine assignment sharpened and undeniable. Those who turned away will hear the truth, but more importantly, you don't have. You will finally feel seen not just by others, but by your own heart. No longer shrinking. Responsibilities you don't have. No longer apologizing for your depth, your fire, your truth. You are here and your presence is purposeful. So what you don't have. So walk forward with your head high, knowing you have been refined, not ruined, purified, not punished. Demands you don't have. What they meant for harm, spirit turned into healing. Responsibility answers you don't have. And what once broke your heart has become the very sound of your rising. You don't have. The truth that had haunted others is the truth that now sets you free. You have emerged not bitter but better. And not empty, but overflowing. Not defeated, but divinely positioned. You are the one they never saw coming. You don't have. The one they tried to erase, but Spirit inscribed your name in the heavens. No more hiding. No more questioning. You don't have. This is your moment. This is your confirmation. This is your rise. And it is just the beginning. Thank you, Jesus. You don't have. If this resonated, please like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment about your journey. Don't have. Consider supporting our work. Please don't forget to like, run answers you and you don't have, share, subscribe, and if you want to support us even further, become our channel member. Embrace your destiny. Blessings to all beautiful souls.